And welcome back to the David67 Celtic News YouTube channel. This is going to be a Celtic FC Women edition, Celtic Girls edition, and so if you don't follow the Celtic FC Women team, there are plenty of other videos on the channel, plus the polls and the quiz questions, etc. And there will be a preview of the Red Bull Leipzig game being uploaded for Tuesday morning, and there are other videos in the planning for release over the next few days if you do follow the main men's Celtic team. Before we do crack on with the wee video about the Celtic women's side's 4-0 away win over Motherwell yesterday afternoon, please, if you are new to the channel and not yet subscribed, please do click that subscribe button. Keep the numbers pushing up and up towards the 1,100 mark. If you do like the video, please do click the like button and do pop your pleasant, polite debating points, opinions, thoughts into the comment section regarding, in this case, the Celtic women's side, the performances, the selection, the tactics, and how you think things are going this season. So in this edition, the post-match review of the 4-0 win over Motherwell yesterday in East Kilbride. We'll have a wee chat over the goals, the stats, and my general impressions of how the team is doing at the moment in what is yet another busy but very important week for the Girls. Slightly changed formation, Emma Lawton appearing on the left side of the back three as a centre-back. However, she spent much of her time bombing up and down the left wing. And both she and Caitlin Hayes got forward into midfield and even into the attack on a very regular basis. Up front, we had Saoirse Noonan and Murphy Agnew as a front two. Just behind them was Shannon McGregor, and across the midfield we had Jenny Smith on the right, Lucy Ashworth-Clifford on the left, and in the middle, Colette Kavanagh and Natalie Ross. And overall, pretty much everybody had a good game yesterday. Yet another miserable, wet, windy day. Very difficult to play good controlling football, especially so on a rather slick, unpredictable 4G artificial pitch. And so it wasn't the easiest conditions to pass or shoot or score. In the end, a 4-0 win was acceptable, but we did miss rather a number of chances, sometimes overcomplicating things, sometimes shooting a wee bit too early, and the score could easily have been 7, 8, 9, 10 had we taken our chances and just kept that wee bit more calm in front of the goal. 12th minute, nice in-swinging cross by Shannon McGregor, found Emma Lawton just outside the 6-yard box, and a very calm, controlled, left-footed volley finish gave the goalkeeper no chance. 33 minutes, Celtic got their second goal. Lovely ball down the right wing by Jenny Smith, found Murphy Agnew running into space. Lovely run by Murphy Agnew to get herself towards the byline, and a lovely whip cross to Saoirse Noonan, who headed the ball down and to the goalie's right, giving the goalkeeper no real chance to save the goal. 2-0 up. Lovely header by Saoirse Noonan, although she did miss a couple of much easier chances during the game. 39th minute, Celtic got their third goal. Emma Lawton again bombing down the left wing from her left centre-back position, finding herself on the byline. Lovely whipped cross. There were no Celtic strikers in the box to take it properly. However, the Motherwell defender knocked the ball into the net trying to clear it and put Celtic 3-0 up at half-time. I think a 3-0 lead, given the conditions, was perfectly reasonable. Motherwell had actually kept themselves quite often in the game, never really threatening Kelsey Docherty's goal, but they did have quite a number of shots at goal, as we will come back to in the stats section. Celtic came out, second half, got a nice start to the half. Lucy Ashworth-Clifford in the 50th minute took a Lovely pass from Emma Lawton. She moved forward along the left wing and whipping in across to the back post. She managed to beat the goalkeeper, and the ball drifted in at the back post. I think we can all agree that it wasn't an intended shot on goal. It was intended to be a deep back post cross, but it got over the head of the Motherwell goalkeeper and into the far corner, so 4-0. And I was quite hopeful that we were going to add another 3 or 4 in the second half. However, Elena Sidiku, not too surprisingly, given the fact we've got an important game against Queen's Park, which is our game in hand on Wednesday. That would put us 1 point behind Hearts and Rangers and 2 points behind Glasgow City at the top of the table. And then at the weekend, we've got the next League Cup match against Glasgow City in what will be a very, very tough game for the girls. And so, not surprisingly, I think Elena Sidiku was looking to rest a few of the players and give a few of the other players some game time so that she has a fully fit and match fit squad for the Queen's Park game on Wednesday and the Glasgow City game at the weekend. So on came players such as Amy Gallagher, Miriam McInerney, Kit Lefersky, Matilde Cartons and Luana Munoz. I think it took a bit of time for those players to get their match legs going and their fitness going and getting back up to speed of first team football. We did have a number of chances. Kit Lefersky had a couple of chances. Amy Gallagher had a couple of chances. However, the ball just wasn't going into the net, and our finishing and our final pass or two just wasn't quite up to the speed it requires to score goals on a consistent basis, as we did, of course, very well last season. In the end, 4-0 win. Elena Sidiku, in her post-match interviews, was happy with the result, happy with the performance. Personally, I was happy enough with the performance, but I do feel that we do need to be scoring more goals. Not that I necessarily think the league title is going to come down to goal difference. I think the league title, given the fact that Hearts and Hibs are so strong this season and able to take points off the big three in the league, I think it's going to come down to how well Celtic do play in the games against Rangers and Glasgow City. And at the moment, we are points in hand over Glasgow City in those games, having won the first game between the two of us. We drew the Rangers match at Cumbernauld, Broadwood, and so we do have the advantage over both Glasgow City and Rangers at the moment in terms of points off them so far. Disappointing draw with Hibs and a disappointing loss with Hearts. However, I can fully see Hearts and Hibs taking points off Glasgow City and Rangers over the course of the season. And so I do think if we are there or thereabouts at the turn of the year, I think Celtic very much are in a very good position to win the title. And I think the title is going to come down to those 10 games after the 6-6 split in the spring of 2025. Looking at the stats for yesterday's game, possession was 67-33 to Celtic. Shots were 15-13 for Celtic. Does show Motherwell were getting themselves into that final third. The quality shot wasn't terribly good, however. Celtic had 6 shots on goal and Motherwell 2 shots on goal, 2 easy saves for Kelsey Docherty, 3 saves for the Motherwell goalkeeper, and there were 7 off targets by Celtic and 10 off targets by Motherwell, with 2 shots blocked for Celtic and 1 shot blocked for Motherwell, and corners were 3-3. I think it does show that Celtic had tons and tons of the ball, didn't really use it quite as well as they could have done to create shots at goal. They did manage 6 shots on goal, but only 3 of them really went in, given the fact that the third goal was an own goal. And so we weren't quite as efficient as we should have been in converting that possession into chances and converting chances into actual goals. Lots of good points, such as Emma Lawton yet again looking very, very good. Caitlin Hayes, as always, playing very, very well. Really like Murphy Agnew's speed down the right-hand side. Do wish that she'd managed to get herself in the box a wee bit more to convert the chances. Sishonen and got ourselves in good positions to convert chances, but didn't really take them, unfortunately. And it was nice to see players such as Lucy Ashford-Clifford, who's had a wee bit of injury problems, Jenny Smith the same, back into the team. Also nice to see Kit Lefersky coming back yet again from injury, as I think a fully fit Kit Lefersky will be a player who will win us a lot of points and games and goals in the future if we can keep her fit for the rest of the season, which, given the last year or two, is sadly quite a big effort because she has been tremendously injury prone in the last 12-18 months. Next game, as I said, will be Queen's Park on Wednesday, so in essence the players will be having a wee brief recovery day today, Monday, and then they'll have a wee training session on Tuesday and Wednesday morning, going into the game on Wednesday evening against Queen's Park. Then a recovery day, a couple of training days before the weekend League Cup against Glasgow City. We'll be doing a post-match review of the Queen's Park game on Thursday morning. We'll be doing a post-game review after the League Cup game against Glasgow City as well. And so until the next Celtic FC Women's game video, goodbye and hail, hail.